I'm sure you've heard of OG Minecraft accounts before. Accounts with exceedingly rare names, character counts no longer possible to obtain, accounts with multiple rare capes, or exceptionally valuable one-of-a-kind capes. Minecraft accounts with immense history and age, many created in the earliest years of the game. These Minecraft accounts are growing increasingly rare every day, with Mojang locking many of them they believe to be stolen and others lost to time, making the OG names Minecraft community a very illustrious one, where certain Minecraft accounts can sell for tens of thousands, if not more. But what if I told you that many of the most famous and rare Minecraft accounts were all stolen? A 10-year-long story of how potentially hundreds of thousands of the oldest and most valuable Minecraft accounts had their private details hacked through various exploits, leading to the largest list of Minecraft account details in existence, part of which is still used today. This is the story of how a select few individuals managed to gain access to some of the most valuable accounts in Minecraft history, forming the foundation of the OG Names Minecraft community today and making thousands of dollars in the process. To begin our story, we need to go back to 2013. Most of this story has been told to me by a user whose details I can't reveal due to many of the things they've done being considered illegal crimes, so we'll refer to him as B, who worked with his friend who we'll refer to as G. Back in 2013, a friend of G, who we'll call A, managed to exploit a vulnerability in Minecraft, allowing for him to type any Minecraft username into either the launcher or the website and reveal the email address associated with that account. Nobody knows exactly how he did it or what the vulnerability was, but we do know that this person did not report the vulnerability to Mojang, instead setting up a script that would go through generic Minecraft usernames, pull the email associated with them, and document them in a very long list. Nobody knows exactly how many accounts were pulled or how long the list was, but it's estimated to be in the hundreds of thousands, if not more. The list would have looked like this, of which I obviously can't show as it has sensitive information, but for example, there would be the account name like Jeff and then the account's associated email like subscribe to TheMisterEpic@gmail.com. No pressure, of course. Anywho, this list contained many of the most OG and exclusive Minecraft accounts, including dozens of 2-character accounts, rare names, and even accounts with rare capes. With just this information alone, you couldn't gain access to these valuable accounts, so that's where G first entered the story. A asked G to help him with gaining access to some of the accounts, giving G a healthy portion of approximately 100,000 usernames and associated emails from the original list. Since many of the accounts were very old, lots of them were unmigrated, known as legacy accounts. From a period of roughly 2010 to 2012, accounts with just a simple username and password, not requiring an email to log in. While you didn't log in with an email, you would still provide an email upon registering, which would be used in case you forgot your password. Basically, it was a backup email that wasn't used to log in. In 2013, that would change, and a Mojang account would be required to play Minecraft, requiring legacy accounts to migrate and add an email address that would be used to log in. But many of these older accounts had inactive owners who never migrated their account to a Mojang account and only had a backup email associated with them. This allowed G to simply create a new email and migrate the account over, gaining full control of it by providing Mojang support with the backup email address. G would do this for a few years, eventually contacting B in 2017. You see, G wanted to gain access to a specific, extremely valuable Minecraft account, but was unable as it had an associated email and thus was migrated. G asked B to help him gain access to the account named God. G had the email address for God, which was a Yahoo email account which had another Yahoo email as the backup email, and this Yahoo email was linked to a Comcast account, and Comcast, for all you non-Americans, is an internet service provider. Sounds like quite the task to gain access to, but B was quite knowledgeable in social engineering, especially for Comcast accounts. Utilizing the email addresses they knew of, B was able to gather information on the owner's real name, address, phone numbers, and more. He then called Comcast pretending to work for a different Comcast branch and claiming that they were in a meeting with the owner of the Comcast account and couldn't access information about it because the software was down. He would then give the employee the Comcast email of the God account, asking them to look it up in their software for him, to which they would tell B all of the information from that account. He would then hang up and call Comcast back, this time pretending to be the owner of the Comcast account, and get them to add a security question to the account for him. Now B could password reset the Comcast account using the security question he just added. This gave him full access to the Comcast account, and now B could reset the password of the backup Yahoo account, log into that, and then reset the password of the Yahoo account associated with God, thus resetting the password to the God Mojang account. B and G would sell the God account to a wealthy buyer for $4,000, which keep in mind was back in 2017. It's likely this account would sell for tens of thousands, if not more now. B still had control of the Yahoo email account for another month, to which he received multiple death threats, as well as was threatened to be sued by the God account's original owner. The original owner repeatedly reported to Mojang that his account was stolen, supposedly having contact with Mark, an employee of Mojang and also the owner of the Minecraft account with the most capes in the game, thus leading Mojang to lock the God account only about a week after it was sold, meaning that nobody has access to the account anymore, which remains to this very day. After their success obtaining God and selling it, B would begin helping G more to gain access to rare accounts. Around this time, Mojang support didn't require as much information to reset an account's password or recover it if certain details about the account had been lost or forgotten. One key piece of information support often asked for was an account's TID or transaction ID, which is a specific number associated with the purchase of the account, most often through PayPal. And considering most people's emails associated with their Mojang account were the same as the email they used for PayPal, if B could gain access to the user's PayPal account, he could get the transaction ID of the original purchase of the Minecraft account. In order to reset a PayPal's password, it will ask you to confirm the full 16 digits of the credit or debit card tied to the account, where only the very last 2 digits of the card are uncensored. However, B knew a method of gaining control of a PayPal account only requiring the last 4 digits, and now he already had 2 of them. B would call PayPal support, pretending to be the owner of the account. In order to confirm that the caller was the actual owner of the account, PayPal support would ask B to provide the last 4 numbers of the card associated with the account. He could then give them the 2 digits he already knew, and then he would social engineer the other 2 through saying things like, "My card is quite scratched, I can't see it well, is it a number 2 or 7? Some representatives working for PayPal support would let B have 4 to 5 guesses, all unaware that this wasn't the original owner, and if the representatives wouldn't let B guess anymore, he would call up another rep and repeat the process until he had the remaining 2 digits of the card. Now B had the last 4 numbers of a card, he would call up a new rep or ask the one who got the final number through to look through all of the account's transactions and send an email of the original transaction ID of the Minecraft account to B's email. Here's an example of exactly what B would get from PayPal support, an email containing the account's transaction ID, date of purchase and more, of which I of course had to censor for the original owner of the C8 account, and he could get all of this only using the last 4 digits of a card. Now, B could go through Mojang support, providing them with the transaction ID and thus gain access to the account. The PayPal method was the primary method B would use to gain access to OG accounts, of which he obtained many. I'll show you all of them later in the video. There was another account B and G had their eyes on though, akronman 1. Now, if this account sounds familiar to you, it's for a good reason. akronman 1 was an account purchased and created on January the 12th, 2011. akronman 1 happened to be the 1 millionth person to purchase Minecraft and thus was given a special one-of-a-kind millionth customer cape, one of the rarest capes in all of Minecraft. akronman 1 would be worth 50,000 if not more these days, making it one of the most valuable Minecraft accounts there is. This made akronman 1 quite the target for hackers, many of which tried and failed to steal or gain control of the account in the past, to the original owner's amusement. B had to take quite a different approach to gain access to this account, utilizing an illegal technique known as SIM swapping. B found akronman 1's owner's phone number through the email tied to the account on the list and was able to pay an inside man in Verizon roughly $200 to give him the SIM card number which was in akronman 1's phone. B could now prove he owned the phone that akronman 1 had. B then called Verizon, claiming he accidentally flushed his phone down the toilet and needed a new SIM card. He asked Verizon representatives if he could switch his previous SIM card to a new one he purchased, obviously providing akronman 1's SIM card number as proof. Verizon switched the phone number to the new SIM, and after 24 hours when activated, B reset akronman's Gmail account, gaining access to it, and of course the account's transaction ID. As you can see, the date of the PayPal email and the date the cape was given out match up perfectly, and then reset his Mojang account, being the first person to ever hack the akronman 1 Minecraft account. However, this was back in 2017. OG Minecraft accounts weren't nearly as expensive or well known as they are today, and almost nobody noticed the akronman 1 account when B would use it in game, as most players just thought it was an Optifine cape. Hilariously, the original account owner wasn't even that upset, mentioning he was surprised that somebody finally hacked it, likely due to how many had tried to in the past. B would sell the account for $2,000 to the same wealthy anonymous user who purchased the God account. akronman 1 would then be sent to Mojang jail, being locked, which remains to this very day. In fact, akronman 1 is one of the Minecraft accounts which has been locked for the longest due to it so frequently being the target of hackers and social engineers. B and G would obtain many accounts throughout their period working together. Besides God and akronman 1, B would also hack rare 2-character accounts such as 2B, 2K, 3O, C8, S1, DQ, HF, U8, V9, WP, XU, ZS, P6, and P7, most of which B sold for around $400 to $500 each. Keep in mind that this was in 2017, most of these accounts would sell for thousands each now. B also hacked NBL-HEIM through the Comcast method, a 6-cape account of which 5 are rare Minecon capes. B would sell this account for about $750, and now it would be worth about $25,000 to $30,000, as it's one of only roughly 18 or so 6-cape accounts in existence. 5 capes if you just include the Minecon ones. The account is also now locked. B also hacked a variety of OG names such as Children, Dagger, Delicate, Festive, Fluffy, Hurl, Lair, Nose, Realize, Solid, Spin, Toll, Trivia, Universe, Wood, Portable, Rag, Stigma, Grin, Channel, and Alone. Many of these accounts B sold from as low as $75, such as Delicate and Stigma, to around $750 for accounts such as Spin and Alone, most falling between the $150 to $600 range each. B actually sold the account Solid back to the original owner for $1,000. Anyways, these accounts today would be worth a minimum $2,000 each, with some potentially reaching the higher thousands, if not tens of thousands, and a good chunk of them are still unlocked, meaning they are still in the OG community from when B obtained them. While some of the OG name accounts wouldn't get locked, a handful did, many of which being the 2-digit accounts. Why didn't Mojang simply return these accounts to their original owners, you may be asking? Well, simply put, it's because B and G basically became their original owners. They had so many of the original owners' details for these accounts, from access to their emails, PayPal accounts, transaction IDs, sometimes even their full name, address, and more, that Mojang support could not distinguish between the original owners and them. Not wanting to have to deal with various disputes to which they could never truly resolve, Mojang support likely just locked the accounts when there was enough proof or evidence of it being stolen. So you may be thinking, what happened to the list of hundreds of thousands of accounts then? And what do B and G do now? Well, as for B, G only gave him a small selection of the already smaller selection of the list which A had, and after part of G's list was leaked by another user who he thought he trusted, G wouldn't give out much of the list anymore. B and G throughout 2017 especially actually oversaturated the market, obtaining and selling many rare accounts extremely fast, and thus for a period of time there weren't many buyers. While B is not really involved in the scene anymore, G still goes through some of the long list of accounts he has. As for A, the original owner of the list, A owned the account named Just G, a rare 1-character account, one of the most valuable accounts in the game. He still has that long list of accounts, and to this day, parts of it are used in the OG community to try and find and obtain access to rare accounts mostly lost to time. Some members of the community have more of the list than others, and in general, most of them guard their list, ensuring it isn't leaked to others. A is no longer active in the community, but his influence as well as G and B's is immeasurable. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.